Hello peep, it's a hillbilly halfwits. How are you all today? I've been doing a little bit of investigation into the Welsh Government, as you know, and I thought this would be a good one for you. So what we've got here is why Wales is a shit show it's in at the moment, because businesses have been taxed out of existence. So what I've done here, I've asked ChatGPT to do all the tax rates on a pub and a bed and breakfast and a small tea shop in Wales. So what they've done is they've gone through and they've averaged out the average pub and the average tea shop and the average bed and breakfast in Wales, and we'll see how much taxes they have. And this is a perfect example of why a business in Wales it's on an uphill struggle from the start, and it's why Wales is knackered. It's a perfect example of why Wales is knackered. So let's get going. And please subscribe and share if you don't mind. So what I've asked them to do is what I've just said. Can you do 3 examples of businesses from a pub, B&B and small tea shop, and work out the average tax amount as a whole they would pay out of their business? So what we've done here, they've done certainly, let's examine the estimated tax liabilities for 3 types of small businesses in Wales for 25 to 26 tax year: a pub, a bed and breakfast, and a small tea shop. These estimates encompass business rates, income tax, national insurance contributions, and council tax where applicable. So let's have a look. So this is a normal, there'd be a small little pub. It's no wonder the pubs are closing. I've seen all this. It's not going to be a long video, but you'll see why pubs are no longer viable now. So first, the pub. The assumption is this business is a sole trader, annual profits of 50,000, rateable value, which is 20,000, business rates multiplier 56.8 pence, retail, leisure and hospitality relief 40%, council tax band D £2,170. Calculations. Please listen to this, it's well worth it when you'll see it at the end. Calculations, business rates, 20,000, and then they do a calculation and it's £11,360. The relief on that is 4,544. So net business rates, after all the relief, is 11,360 minus 4,544, equaling £6,816. That's just business rates, okay? Remember, this place is only making 50,000 a year, so business rates are going to be nearly 7,000. Income tax, so you've got your allowance of 12,570, taxable income 50,000, minus 12,000 equals 37,430. So the tax on that is 7,486 on top of the 6,800. Profits between 12, so this is national insurance, now the new one come out, class 4. Profits between 12,570 and 50,000 equals 3,368.70, and plus the council tax on that because they're living in the property. So the total estimated annual tax liability, it's unreal. For just a pub earning 50,000 is 6,816 business rates, plus 7,486 income tax, and £3,368 for national insurance, and £2,170 council tax. So £19,840.70 is the total taxes for this pub is only turning over 50,000. This is just a middle example. It's staggering. It's no wonder pubs are going out of business. So let's go to a bed and breakfast. Loads of them in Wales, well, they were anyway. So the business structure, sole trader, annual profits 35,000. Rateable value 12,000. Business rates multiplier 56.8. Retail, leisure and hospitality relief 40%. Council tax band C 1,930. Business rates gross 12,000. So with the calculation, it's 6,816. Tax relief, so they got £2,726.40 business rates. Net business rates equals, so it's 6,800 minus 2,007, so £4,089.60 business rates. Remember, this lot are only making 35,000 a year. Income tax, personal allowance 12,570, taxable income 35,000 minus 12,570 equals £22,430. So their tax equals 4,486. National insurance class 4, that's a new one that's come out in Wales. Profits between 12,570 and 35,000 equals 22,430 divided by 9 equals £2,018.70. And then the council tax on top of that again, 1,930. So get this. This is from a £35,000 bed and breakfast, average bed and breakfast. Total annual tax liability, 4,089 business rates, 4,486 income tax, 2018 national insurance, 1,930 council tax, total £12,524.30 tax out of £35,000 profit on your business. It's insane. Absolutely insane. It's no wonder there's no small businesses in Wales. Small tea shop. This is the last one now, okay? Small tea shop, business structure, sole trader, annual profits 25,000, so not a lot. Rateable value 10,000, business rates multiplier 56.8, retail, leisure and hospitality relief 40%. Council tax not applicable, no residential, because they're not living in the shop. Calculations, business rates gross 10,000, and this calculation, so 5,680. Tax relief, 5,680 times 40% equals 272. Net business rates equals 5,680 minus 2,272 equals 3,408. It's unreal, absolutely unreal. I couldn't believe after when I saw this. So the income tax, your personal allowance is 12,570. Taxable income 25,000. So they're not earning a lot, this little shop. So they take the 12,570 off that equals 12,430. Tax 12,430 by 20% equals 2,486. National insurance class 4, new tax in Wales. Profits between 12,570 and 25,000. So 12,430 divided by times 9% equals 1,118.70. Council tax not applicable. So remember, this little business only makes £25,000 a year. Total estimated annual tax liability, 3,408 business rates, 2,486 income tax, 1,118.70 equals a total of £7,012.70 taxes out of 25,000 profit. What on earth is happening to our little country? It's unbelievable. Here's the summary table. The pub's annual profit is 50,000. Business rates, so you can see all that all there. So you can look at this now, business rates and national insurance contributions. But I ask them another question now to make this a bit simpler. So you have a look at that. So all I ask in this is, could you do a simple calculation to show the percentage of tax paid on these three businesses? So here's a simple breakdown showing the percentage of council tax paid relative to profit for each of the three Welsh businesses in 2025. This will astound you. So for a pub who only makes £50,000 a year, okay? Total tax paid £19,840.70. So the percentage of tax of that is 39.68% of its total profit. So nearly 40% of its tax. Of that, 40% of that 50,000 is taxed. It's absolutely insane. They're only left with 30,000. How on earth can they make a living? So the bed and breakfast. Remember, this is in Wales. This is just one bed and breakfast. Profit 35,000, so it's a modest little bed and breakfast. Total tax paid £12,524.30. So the percentage of the profits in a £35,000 profit on a bed and breakfast, nearly 36%. So out of 35,000, 36% of that is taxed, and they have to pay £12,524 tax out of £35,000 profit. It's insane. Absolutely insane. Now this small tea shop, profit is only 25,000, very modest. But look at this, total tax paid, £7,012.70. So they have, out of that small 25,000 profit, this person might have a family, 28% of that 25,000 is taxed. So out of 25,000, they get taxed £7,012. Absolutely and totally insane. We're being run, Wales is being run by a bunch of absolute communist lunatics. It makes me mad seeing these figures. So there's the figures there. Summary, if you earn 50,000, remember these are average size businesses in Wales. So if a pub earning 50,000 has to pay nearly £20,000 tax on all the taxes, so nearly 40% it's taxed on that 50,000. Bed and breakfast has to pay, out of 35,000, they have to pay 12,000, so 35% on that 35,000. It's disgusting. Tea shop, who only makes 25,000, has to pay 7,000. So 28% of 25,000. It's absolutely disgusting, and it's a perfect reason why Wales's businesses have been, and their public have been screwed over by this crappy Welsh communist government and Plaid Cymru government. So please share these things out there so everybody can see it, to vote this lot out.